Night beginning to fall over Southern California, but the lights are shining bright here at the spectacular SoFi Stadium in metropolitan Los Angeles. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the LA Chargers. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. Unable to corral him, he fights through. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
Let's go, baby, let's go. This right here could be the turning point.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. That's a pickup of 11 and a first down on their first offensive play. They'll go again with Dobbins. And they nearly sprung him that time as he takes... down to the 37. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. Absolutely no trouble moving the ball on the ground on the first two plays from scrimmage.
Absolutely. You know what I really like? Same guy carrying the ball in both plays, and what drives me crazy is when a back has a nice run, he taps his helmet to go out of the game.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now Jackson going to shift him around. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches always say, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. I haven't seen that number quantified, but I believe them.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. And they call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 13. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And they'll get him down here at the 23.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
The Chargers at 8-2 on the year, and they come in as a team that looks like a well-oiled machine getting ready for the postseason. Winners at 8 of their last 10.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
21. Just take it to him. Let's make some good calls.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. He's got a man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 32 on the play.
I guess we got a good idea about what the game plan is for attacking this secondary. No beating around the bush with this crew. His first throw of the game is a deep shot, and it connects. That's a tendency breaker right there because normally you build up to the big shot, but not in this case.
Running on first down, Eckler pushing through the contact. Down to the 41. Here, look at this Baltimore defense. They're a top 5 unit right now against the pass in the league. In fact, they sit at number 5.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. His throw complete right side to the tight end Parham. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 25-yard line. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. Throw left side. There's Schwartz with it. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
Herbert now. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Well, that was his first target of the game, and it's going to take at least one more target to get him on the board. Took a nice substantial hit to jar that catch loose from him. Incomplete pass.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, second and goal. Again, Herbert. He'll find Schwartz complete right side. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's third and goal. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Big play coming here. It's third and goal. Sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. And the first play will be a field goal try. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And his kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season and nothing next on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for. And now the rookie's free. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And he's going to be ridden out of bounds down inside the 25. A big play there on the catch and run. And even 50 yards. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is. His ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to him as well.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive, not much sense. From the gun, it's Jackson. And that will be incomplete.
Right on the coverage, we just saw him break out on 3rd down. Dive defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed. Unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Tucker's kick is good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Charger drive about to get going. And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in 1st place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January. This is intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And the Ravens force the turnover, and they'll take over at the 10. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. He'll start with a handoff to Dobbins. There he goes right side. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. 57 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
First down, Baltimore.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Another run here with Dobbins. And he stopped immediately there. Here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Jackson. And that'll be incomplete.
Those are the ones you dream of as defenders. I think if he gets eyes on the ball a little bit earlier, he might come away with it. Instead, it's going to wind up as just an incomplete pass.
And the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. Jackson now. And he's unable to haul it in. So it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field. And that brings up 4th.
1 down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This is fielded at the 27. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
On second down, here's Herbert. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
It's caught inside the 25. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. At the 23, it's 2nd and 12. Once more, here's Eckler. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They need 12 here. It's 3rd down. Here's Herbert. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the Ravens are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. A give up the middle to Dobbins. Fighting through. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
Now a 2nd and 10. Throw caught by Flowers. His second catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his first. And it'll bring up third down now. Jackson from the shotgun. Toward the sideline, intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Jackson. And the Chargers are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing.
On Herbert, his third interception. Picked off by Marcus Williams. Well, Charles, you're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Of Flowers. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up a second down in just a couple. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. Tucker's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. The Chargers going to get the football first here in this second half, and they trail as we get back underway. So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure. Because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25. So at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Now it's Herbert. This is caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Anthony Schwartz, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks, because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
Duvernay now going to bring it out. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Up to midfield. Devin Duvernay. He might take this all the way. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Ravens.
Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Charger drive about to get going. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just about wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Options galore here, second and a few inches. It's Eckler again. And that's going to be good for a Chargers first down as the tackle made at the 35-yard line.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Up the middle with Eckler. And he's got room. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 45 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And all the way in for a Charger touchdown.
Anthony Schwartz.
His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game.
And the Chargers have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. Extra point up and good by Dicker.
That will make this a 4-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
They'll start with the option.
And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
Now Lamar changing the look. Dobbins running out of the gun.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play, because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
And the broken broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
I do know that owners, when they watch their quarterbacks running with the football, they usually hold their breath because that's the franchise. But when you're getting that kind of a game, hard to argue against calling it.
A give, Dobbins trying the right side. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Second down and 8.
He finds his man, complete. It's Flowers.
Down the left sideline. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Zay Flowers,
46 yards.
and the Ravens have answered back with a third-quarter touchdown of their own to retake the lead.
And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC.
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that gives him a 3-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Motion man is Schwartz.
2nd and 10. Here's Herbert once more. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
You got it. It's going to be tough to outthink this guy in the defensive backfield. He's been at it 11 years now, so he knows all the ins and outs of the position, and he's in the right spot there to come up with the interception.
Here comes Dobbins on the toss right.
And he is going to lose yardage here. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Here's Jackson. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked by Kenneth Murray. And the Chargers are going to have the football. 5-yard line.
That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. He's going to launch this thing way downfield.
Oh, he had a man open. He overshot it. It's incomplete.
Maybe that ball's 2 yards shorter. It's going to give them the lead because he had a receiver running free there. That's a tough one to miss on.
Third quarter now from SoFi Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10. Herbert. This one caught by Davis. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Herbert going to change the play here. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
Well, that's one of the main responsibilities of a safety in any defense. A long way downfield before he's able to corral him, but that's why you have him on the field, the last line of defense.
He made the play. I don't know if it'll be remembered. They're probably so mad that the run went for that long.
Wonder if they were thinking pass in that situation as opposed to run and being caught a little bit out of position. Fortunately, he was able to track him down.
And now they'll shift things around. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. It's caught by his running back, Austin Eckler. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy on the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check.
Touchdown! Donald Ford, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Chargers have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the 3rd quarter.
It used to be that if you were a big wide receiver and the coaches wanted to make you a tight end, you resisted the move. Now it's almost a glamour position because they have the mismatch advantage. Are you going to cover them with a linebacker? They're probably faster. A defensive back? They're going to be bigger. Tight end is the new big-time position.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. Boy, a bad break. Just got the lead on the touchdown, and now they're going to have to go on defense at the 40-yard line here as things get good in the 4th quarter. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Play action. It's Jackson. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And now off to the races down the right side. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. Well, this secondary just continues to be a force. Multiple interceptions in this game, and now the pick 6.
And the thing about it is once you get an interception as a unit, you think to yourself, okay, we got that. How do we increase it the next time? Get the interception, do a little more damage. There's your outcome right there. Take it to the house and break down what they're trying to do offensively.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And trouble there on the kickoff as that goes out of bounds.
Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Here's a give to Dobbins running right.
And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47.
85 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. Here's a give to Dobbins.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 12 yards the pickup there. Good for a Raven first.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Hey, Alpha, Scott! 13.
To the right side, into the hands of Flowers.
And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Second and 10.
Jackson.
They're looking deep here for Flowers.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Michael Davis.
And the Chargers are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Let's shut him on this drive, boys. Keep the chains moving on.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need.
Picked off by Roquan Smith.
And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Flowers. So the completion good for 7 there, and that'll make it 2nd down.
They'll run up the gut with Dobbins.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started.
Jackson going to change things up a bit.
Here's Jackson on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked off by Michael Davis. And the Chargers are going to take over here up near the 40. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Chargers. Anthony Schwartz, 61 yards. And the Chargers extend their lead, and they are about to get to a 9-2 record. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead is up to 18 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one. And that's caught inside the 35. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 41 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And now they're in the hurry-up. To throw is Jackson. And now here's another interception. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. This defense just continuing to do their thing, and now they add on to that lead with another pick 6.
And how about the way they played this entire game? Not only they put their stamp on it, but every time they try and mount an offensive challenge, they find a way to thwart it. And multiple pick 6s, oh yeah, they'll enjoy watching this tape after the game.
A break there for this offense as they will get a chance to start at the 40-yard line. Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
Now Jackson on 1st down. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. They go play action with Jackson. Rolling to his right. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Now Lamar changing the play. Now a handoff for Dobbins. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Play action. Now Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
Hey, Ozzie, shut up. You got to make a move.
Now it's Jackson. Down the right sideline. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. He got 29 yards that time.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Not able to go anywhere that time. 2nd down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. And did he get the feet down? Yes. Touchdown. Mark Andrews from 13 yards out. And the Ravens are able to cut into that deficit. Jackson and the Ravens still on the field. They'll go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Deion Henry. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. More from L.A. in a moment. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And they've got it. They recovered it. They hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the 4th quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
With the late lead, Herbert's going to throw it. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam. Oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. He'll find Schwartz complete right side. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Throw left side, there's Schwartz with it. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
Hey, Kapler.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Anthony Schwartz, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers are closing in on a 9th victory on the year as they extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that will bump the lead up to 26. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Certainly not what they wanted there, so the football by rule comes out to the 40. And they'll accept that penalty. Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Now Jackson. Bateman's got it on the crossing route here. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Jackson. That is caught. Rashad Bateman. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Rashad Bateman, 38 yards. And the Ravens are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Jackson and the Ravens still on the field. They'll go for 2. Forced out to his left. And he'll find his way in for 2. And we're back to a 2-score game. The lead's cut to 16. So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. The 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win. I'm still waiting to see that number. They should
do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Chargers, they just keep on rolling as they move to 9-2 with a win here.